Hi, it's Aisling. Welcome to Ace of Spades Tarot. As we continue to ring in the energy of the astrological new year, I've been doing these recordings between March 20th and the Aries new moon on the 31st. So for these initial 12 readings, I will be using the Romney spread. And it won't always be that way. Feel free to fast forward through shuffling. It can be time consuming and boring to watch. This reading is for the collective energy of the sign of Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, North Node, really anywhere that Capricorn is prominent in your personal natal chart. Again, this is a collective reading, not a personal reading. And therefore, as always, ask that you take from this what resonates with your situation and leave the rest behind. Feel free to check out the other readings for other placements in your chart, as those readings might resonate with your situation better. My hope is that, regardless, you'll find something to take away from whichever reading you watch, or any of the readings that you watch. A reminder that, again, this is a general reading. I already said that. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information should be in the description box below once I figured everything out. It's definitely in the About section. You can find my email. So, time is fluid. So, my hope is that whenever this reading finds you, it is when it's meant to find you. This is really just about getting kind of the collective energy of the time that we're in now, recent past, present, future. Not a fortune teller, so future is more, as I use tarot as a tool, it's more things to maybe watch out for or things to look forward to. But as always, it's up to you. More spirit for the past. Sorry, I'm telling you this here. If you'll notice, you have the Devil in the World, and two major arcana is for Capricorn. One is kind of the shadow side of Capricorn, and one is the enlightened side. Again, nothing is ever bad in tarot. We all have to go through our journeys. In the major arcana, you know, from the Fool to the World. Just like we do in the minor arcana, from the Aces to the Tens. Everything is about beginnings, endings, and completing cycles here. Two more, please, Spirit. Thank you. Fortune. And thank you. Okay. So, let's get started. Energy. In the past, we realize the light is not on. Well, that's much better, huh? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Is this even the right light? There, better. Okay. In the past, we have the Two of Pentacles, right, which is all about trying to balance things out in a kind of tangible way, and you see this infinity symbol around the Two of Pentacles, which, you know, like the ships that are sailing on these turbulent seas in the background, this can't be done forever. So perhaps in the past you maybe took on more than you could chew in a way, trying to balance something. The fact that it's next to the Lovers and the Six of Cups, you know, Six of Cups being Lovers being a choice, and the Six of Cups being traditionally kind of a soulmate, twin flame, if you believe in that card. You know, an innocence and naivety, purity, right? Symbolized by the white flowers and the familial sense of having known somebody. I think this balance has to do with a choice in love, right? So we move into this Four of Cups. And cups, again, are all about emotions, right? It's water energy. And you're an earth sign, so it's a lot of water energy for, you know, balancing work with personal. Sometimes can lead one into nostalgia for times past. And here we see in this Four of Cups, you know, a cup being offered, similar to the Ace of Cups, a cup being offered from the divine, from the universe. But this person is so concerned with Three Cups in front of him, he's not even paying attention to the cup that's being offered to him. Right? And so we have the Six of Cups and the Four of Cups. Combine those, make the Ten of Cups. But without paying attention, we're at the Nine of Cups, which can almost be a wish fulfillment in some ways, but also a hoarding of emotions. Not letting anyone get in. Causing a kind of conflict of the soul here, right? Physical, chaotic conflict. Wands are all about our physicality, our body, our sexuality, and fives being the number of change, of conflict. Go from the Five to the Ten of Pentacles. Now we start from the Two of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Pentacles here, which means there's an Eight of Pentacles somewhere. Eight of Pentacles shows that during this time, in the past, you've put in hard work in whatever your pursuits are to gain financial stability. We have a Three of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles plus a Three of Pentacles is a Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is my spiritual impoverishment card. It's my feeling left, well, it's everyone's feeling left out in the cold card. Here, it's about building, it's about working. So it's maybe coming together to have worked with people, realizing that you can't do everything on your own to get to this Ten of Pentacles. You've needed to bring in some partners to create this Ten of Pentacles and this legacy that you so want. But it's also taking you to a time out where you're doing a lot of you're doing a deep dive currently, right? Because here now we're into the swords. From the Three of Pentacles to the Four of Swords, but above him is the Three of Swords, right? And the Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak. But he saved one sword, the Sword of Truth, beneath him as he lies in meditation. And his mind is still active, thinking about the alchemy that he can create. And when tarot first came out in Northern Europe in the 14th century, it was a time when alchemy, turning base metal to gold, it was a thing that was, esoteric and mysterious, but thought to be possible. Stained glass windows were almost the epitome of alchemy. They were the epitome of alchemy. It was, and it's why they adorned every church, as the sun transitioned through its phases in the sky, the light changed, the shapes and the shadows changed, and the colors changed, and it transmuted, right? It transmuted this basic glass into this spiritual experience. So as he rests, his mind is still alive in Technicolor. Now we go into the Empress. So we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Three of Swords, we have the Empress, who's the third card of the major arcana, Taurus and Libra energy. Venusian ruled. Full abundance, sitting on her throne, lush lush forests, lush fields, ripe harvest, fertile with creativity, possibly pregnant, fertile with children, could be possibly, some of you might be pregnant or your partner is pregnant. There's no gender in the tarot, but the Empress is very much divine feminine energy. And then we move into the Ten of Swords, right? And somewhere between the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords, as I said, we always are trying to get to the 10. We have a Six of Swords somewhere, right? And Six of Swords is moving into calmer waters. It's taking this time of reflection and moving away from the trying to balance in the chaotic waters of the past, which means some things must come to an end. Perhaps presently that's where you're at. Again, swords are mental energy. Following the Ten of Swords, we have, again, it's still an ending. Following the Ten of Swords, we have death in reverse. Now, no one can hide from death, no matter what. And death doesn't always have to mean physical death. It's the death of a cycle, right? It's the end of a cycle. It's scorpionic energy, it's plutonic energy, it's life, death, rebirth, transmutation, transformation, right? The sun still always shines. Now this card shows me that some cycle has come to an end, and yet something in you is not allowing it to. Almost the way you reserve this sword, it's not allowing the Three of Swords to be on its own because you reserve this other sword. You have to allow the death process to happen. Knight of Wands in reverse. And Knight of Wands is the player card of the deck. It's perhaps realizing that your old ways aren't working, right? The old ways of doing things aren't working. Maybe you're realizing you're getting older. Maybe you're realizing you're not as lithe as you used to be, or, there's two words for kind of libido and destudo, right? the life force, and destruction, death. When you don't allow the destruction to happen, the libido also falters. In comes the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is beautiful. She's magnetic. Pisces and Aries energy. Now she's the only queen that rules with her physicality. You know, she holds the wand strongly in one hand. Her cat is her intuition. It's her protector, but it's also her intuition, because her body is what she uses first and foremost. And she holds the sunflower as we go into the card of Leo, the sun here, right? Happiest card in the deck. As the sunflower always turns towards the sun. She's turned towards the sun and happiness. Again, you can't fight death. You can't fight endings. But you can transmute. And it looks like that's what you've been doing to find your happiness. And again, we have another, going into the future, we have another card. This is the Hangman, Piscean energy. And he's chosen to hang upside down to see a new perspective, right? From this perspective, we have an ending. We see no perspective. But perhaps you've transmuted some energy from a different perspective so that you're able to meet another with your cup full and their cup full, an alchemical meeting, if you will. And then we have the King of Wands. Now what's interesting is the King of Wands, right, is looking at the Empress, toward, or in the direction of the Empress. The Empress looks straight ahead. The King of Wands looks towards the sun, the Queen of Wands. As she has her cat, he has his lizard. The lizard looks into the sun for him. However, we have the Ten of Cups here, as I said earlier, right? Four of Cups and Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, eventually. But decisions need to be made. And they will be, because the truth, the sun shines light on things. So what's in the dark will always come to light. What's in the dark will always come to light, right? And we have another 10. On either side of the card of justice, Wheel of Fortune. Now the wheel always spins, always moves forward. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, but in reverse. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse is someone, to me, normally this would be my pre-Queen of Pentacles, pre-Empress card. But in reverse, it's someone who has held on to their vanity. Not always, but right now I'm getting someone who has held on to their vanity for the sake of appearances. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Now the Ace of Pentacles plus the Nine of Pentacles would be a Ten of Pentacles. Something you've already accomplished. You've already had the, you've already felt within your soul or materially. But it's also a card of beginnings again, right? We've had a couple of endings. And then we have a card of beginnings. Will you accept that or not? It's up for you to decide. We look down this way from a different perspective, as the Hangman does, right? We see the column of self. What matters to you? What matters to you is getting out of the turmoil, right? Of having peace of mind, still being able to create, having an abundance of creativity and ideas, but peace within, and being able to see things from a new perspective, constantly evolving. Now in the home, and what's surrounding you, of the Lovers, the Empress, and the Two of Cups. It's a lot of beautiful energy. A lot of beautiful energy. The only thing that makes me question is that we have a King of Wands and a Queen of Wands on the board. Is this your Empress or is it someone else's? Which choice did you make? Regardless, seems like a happy home. A lot of love. Hopes and fears. Your fear that you'll never get back to the childhood innocence you once felt. Too much in your mind. Libido or destudo. You're choosing libido, but destudo is here. That is your fear. To me, this very much says a fear of aging, and there is nothing to be afraid of in aging, because age is just a number on this, in this incarnation. Look back fondly, but allow the little deaths to happen. They're unavoidable. Known factors is, in the past you were given an offer and you ignored it. You tried to delay an inevitable process of death. And it led you to Ten of Cups. And so maybe on the outside you look like you have it all. Emotional fulfillment. And perhaps you do. This says, this Three of Cups here, with this Ten of Cups here, tells me that there was a Seven of Cups. Because despite the fact this is the Four of Cups, you're not paying attention to this cup, right? Seven of Cups is all about temptation, illusory temptation. Perhaps there has been temptation in your past. Perhaps that's what you juggled. Perhaps that's what you've tried to get away from. Perhaps it's what's mentally killed you. Perhaps you are torn between two. The Lovers, again, used to be called the Choice. You know, we're only human. We can love more than one person in different ways. You can accept that and not feel bad about it. Not have to try to hide yourself or hide from the divine, because I mean this universe sees all. Because in the known factors, it's caused you a whole lot of chaos. It's caused you to turn yourself from being a passion, a warrior of passion, to ruling with a stern fist, wanting balance, wanting truth, wanting justice, but for who? Now this can also, and I don't always say this, I should say this in every reading, this could be about you, it could be about someone else that you're, that you're in contact with. Please take it as it resonates. Someone else could want justice. Short-term future, abundance, Ten of Pentacles, family legacy, Queen of Wands. Kind of like the Knight of Wands, here for a good time. She's not giving up her throne for a good time. She's here for a long time. Here's here for a good time, she's here for a long time. And a good time, but both King and Queen of Wands, they know how to have fun. But they're kings and queens for a reason. The Wheel of Fortune, turning in your favor. Long-term future, collaborating with others, building the sun, possible children. We do have the Empress here, right? In the home surroundings. But I do see two women. Now, you could be both of these women as a woman. Or if you're a man, could be the choice. Could be the juggling. Both are beautiful. Both abundant in different ways. The sun shows happiness. I'm also getting a message of perhaps if there were some just be careful about a child. Not be careful, but if there's a child involved, having this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse here. Please pay attention. Be careful. Before people are left out in the cold in other ways. Especially if there are children, a child, possible child involved. The Ace of Pentacles, the bottom of the deck. Don't go to the past where you didn't notice what was being offered to you because it didn't look like a giant hand from the sky. Please pay attention. That is the biggest. It's about finding yourself, this reading. I'll clarify with a couple of cards, just 3 please, from Kim Crance's Spirit of the Wild Unknown. Interesting. Sagittarius got this as well. Crocodile. In the past. Lies in wait for its prey, right? The Phoenix, Ether, rising from the ashes. Phoenix is also another symbol of Scorpio. You have to let the death happen in order for the Phoenix to rise. You have to let things burn in order for the transmutation to occur. And look how then similar combination of the crocodile from the past and the moth of the future, right? Like a moth to a flame. But moths are incredibly sensitive creatures. You see this green and the yellow of the solar plexus and the heart chakra here, and this is all fire, solar plexus and sacral chakra, and this is, again, the yellow of the solar plexus and the green of the heart. We're both winged. No longer lurking, right? Heading towards the light, not hiding in the shadows. Because allowing the transmutation process to happen, allowing something to burn so that something else can be reborn. It's important. Pay attention to your heart. It will lead you. The money will follow. Your heart is what's most important. If you'd like to think of a question, I'm going to pull a Monology Oracle card. Some more time. If it comes out again. Can't think of any questions, Capricorns, Cappies. Come on. Think of a question. Okay. Emotions are running high. And they said check the bottom of the deck, which is interesting because it is literally almost the same image. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. So I think take some time out during this break period coming up, right? And allow yourself to surrender to the divine. Allow your emotions to be unleashed in a healthy manner. You can't control everything. Can't balance ad infinitum. Go within. See from different perspectives. You know what's right for you. Now, I'm also going to pull a crystal or two that will help Capricorn energy at this time. Lunakite, it's one of my favorite. Live in the now. It's also the soulmate stone for me. Very much related to the heart chakra. And citrine, bring in the light. Now you might want to get a journal or pause this and write down the questions, because I'm going to read. It's Heather Akinosi's Daily Crystal Inspiration, and I really love what she does here. Because she asks some questions that I think, if you don't have a daily journal habit, it's an easy way to start with, even if it's just what I do with these readings. Doesn't matter. Unakite, live in the now. There's no time like the present. The past is done. The future hasn't happened yet. So ground yourself in the here and now. With our busy lives and busy minds, this can be hard to do, but being mindful and in the moment allows you to make the most out of every aspect of your life. Allow yourself the opportunity to really connect with those around you and fully invest yourself in everything you do. Try to avoid distractions or letting your mind wander, especially about matters you have no control over. Immerse yourself in each experience, put your heart and soul into every action, and bring a sense of gratitude to where you are in your life. Here and now is where you will find true contentment. The core questions are, where is your mind right now? Wishing you could change the past? Worrying about the future? Or being in the present? What are you most grateful for right now? So, where is your mind right now? Wishing you could change the past? Worrying about the future? Or being in the present? What are you most grateful for right now? The affirmation is, I live in the now. Write down 3 things you are grateful for in this present moment. Beautiful. And citrine is so apropos for, having this Sun card and this Queen of Wands in your current energy. So, and I love citrine. I think it's a beautiful crystal to work with. Especially for you Cappies, because I know you get serious about things. Bring in the light. Let the sunshine pour in. Some spiritual vitamin D will lift your spirits and your sights on life. Let happiness be a choice you make every day. Just like the sun bursts through the fog on a cloudy day, you have the ability to bring light in, even when you might be feeling a little blue. You are in charge of the weather within your inner environment. Embrace what it feels like to feel good and make a conscious effort to stay in the light. Okay, so the core questions. What brightens your day? When are you the happiest? How does it make you feel to stand in the sunlight? Again, what brightens your day? When are you the happiest? How does it make you feel to stand in the sunlight? Affirmation. I let the light back in. I'll say it again. I let the light back in. Today, watch the sun rise or set. I let the light back in. I'd like to thank you for joining me. Again, if you enjoyed this reading, please, I'd be very grateful for you if you like, subscribe, comment respectfully, share. I'm grateful for all of you that have joined your energy here to see this reading, and I hope it brought some clarity to something in your life. And I look forward to sharing further readings with you in the future. So, ciao for now, and namaste.